Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend is a very special weekend. It's Royal Rumble weekend, and in honour of that, I put together a special little match here in Fire Pro Wrestling World for Steam, featuring all of the, including Stone Cold Steve Austin, who just got eliminated in the first 30 seconds. Holy shit. I put together a Royal Rumble match featuring all of the past winners of the Royal Rumbles, apart from Braun Strowman, who won the greatest Royal Rumble, and that doesn't count. I don't care how many times WWE tries to tell us that it counts. That match is terrible. It does not count. But it'll be all 27 men that have won the main Royal Rumble, and 3 of the women, because I want to have 30, and there's only 27 men who have won it. And this was made possible by a very talented person by the name of Carlzilla, who put together a mod pack for Fire Pro World, because the Royal Rumble is not in a usual game mode in Fire Pro Wrestling World. There's a lot of great game modes in that game. This is not one of them. This was added in via a mod pack. And all the wrestlers that you're going to see in this were created, all the edits were created by one person. A very, very talented person by the name of Avenger 3. So a huge thank you to them as well. And we got Jim Duggan in the ring now, the winner of the first ever Royal Rumble in 1988. It wasn't very good, there were only 20 participants instead of 30. You also noticed when Austin went out, he didn't go over the top rope. I've kind of changed it just to speed this up a bit, that they can actually go out through the ropes. Just pretend he went over the top rope, it's a lot better that way. At number 4 is the first of 3 women you'll see in this match, Becky Lynch, who won the 2019 Women's Royal Rumble, after not originally supposed to be in it in the storyline, at the absolute peak of her popularity when she was the man. So I thought it was fun to have the man in the Royal Rumble, or the man's Royal Rumble. You've also noticed that Jim Duggan is not in his usual blue trunks. So every edit that Avenger makes, apart from a few, because maybe that wrestler didn't have 4 costumes to choose from, has 4 costumes or attires. And the way this mod works is that the first 8 people you put in it, you can change the attire. The next however many people, you can't. They're fixed at whatever number you set it to. And there goes Jim Duggan, suplex over the top rope by Becky Lynch and The Rock. At number 5, Shawn Michaels, a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. The Rock won his only Rumble in the year 2000. Except he kind of didn't, because he kind of screwed up the finish. He actually touches the... his feet actually touched the ropes quite clearly. Touched the floor quite clearly. But they said that he won, even though he technically didn't. I'm glad Becky interrupted that, because I think Michaels was about to get eliminated. And I want Shawn to stay in the ring long enough for another competitor to arrive, because I want them to have a showdown. But Michaels won in 95 and 96. The 95 Rumble is terrible. It's the shortest one they ever did, because they had the guys come in every minute as opposed to every 90 seconds or every 2 minutes. And as one friend to put it to me, that 95's Royal Rumble is a bunch of mid-carders getting in the way of a decent Shawn Michaels and British Bulldog match, and they're right about that. And here's the person I wanted to face off with, Bret Hart. The only person to be a co-winner of a Royal Rumble, funnily enough, in 94, when he and Lex Luger threw each other out simultaneously and they couldn't decide who the winner was, so they said, oh, what the hell, you're both winners. Luger will, of course, also be in this Rumble at some point. I don't know when, it's completely random when the guys all come out. And there goes Shawn Michaels. Well, at least Bret Hart had a hand in the elimination, that's fitting, right? WWE were actually showing a bunch of old Rumbles to get everyone in the mood for the Rumble that's on tonight. And they had like a best of stream. But it can't be the best of stream, because 1995 was included in that. And there's no universe in which the 95 Rumble is one of the best Royal Rumbles. It just isn't. It's really bad. The 96 Rumble is okay. I don't remember too much about it, but the fact that Shawn Michaels wins it and Vader goes crazy. But yeah, 95, not good. I mean that series of Rumbles also had 93, which is not great. It also had the 2015 Royal Rumble, which is again one of the worst ones ever. So I don't know who was deciding, what constitutes a good Rumble and what constitutes a bad Rumble. And at rock bottom, to Becky Lynch to thank God take me out of that train of thought. You'll see some custom moves like that punch thing that The Rock did, that punch combination. That's a custom move because Fire Pro Wrestling World is hugely customizable. you can basically create anyone you want in it. You know, within limited imagination. But then, of course, they made it that you can have custom parts and custom moves. So actually, you really could have just about anybody. And my goodness, people do. I mean, some of the rosters I've seen in this game are insane. You can have, you know, real life wrestlers like here, and you can have fictional characters. You can have original wrestlers that you've made. You can have people based on real wrestlers that aren't. You can have people that were in previous Fire Pro games. It really is, you know, it's completely up to you. It's completely down to your imagination what you want to do with the game. It's the most customizable, not just wrestling game, but I think game I've ever seen. It's insane. Cody Rhodes is in, by the way, and he is a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. He won the 2023 and the 2024 Rumbles. Both of them are really good Rumbles. I think the 2023 Rumble might be one of the best, actually. He won't be winning this one, as Becky is trying desperately to eliminate Bret Hart and failing. He won't be winning this one because he's the current Universal Champion. And he'll be having a ladder match. Oh, there goes Becky Lynch. He'll be having a ladder match with Kevin Owens at the Rumble, and that should rule. I mean, Kevin Owens is great, Cody Rhodes is great, and who doesn't love ladder matches? And who doesn't love ladder matches for championships? Oh, The Rock's out as well. Maybe I shouldn't have said it so they could just throw them out and then that's the end for them. But I did that partially to speed this up, and also partially because you can do some like really sick eliminations, like suplexing people over the top rope and clotheslining them completely over the top rope, which if I didn't turn that option on, you wouldn't get. And there goes Cody Rhodes. Rhea Ripley has eliminated Cody Rhodes. Speaking of great Rumbles in 2023, she won the Women's Rumble, possibly the best Women's Rumble that they've done. I mean, it's really good. I mean, again, the one last year was really good as well. Had a lot of great surprise entries, and that's one thing with the Rumble that I love: the unexpected entries, the surprise entrance. As Lex Luger goes after Bret Hart. What is this? 1994. I mean, that's fitting because that was the year that they both won. And Yokozuna, the 1993 winner. Oh, and there goes Rhea Ripley. God damn it. The 1993 Royal Rumble winner. Now, nothing against Yokozuna, but this should have been Randy Savage. Randy Savage will not be in this video because he never won a Rumble. He was the runner-up in 93. He tried to pin Yokozuna in a Royal Rumble match, and then Yokozuna threw him out from the floor. Yeah, well, I did say that every person was included, so unfortunately we had to include this guy, but hopefully he'll be eliminated really quick and we just forget about it. I did talk the idea of making him invisible. You'll notice there's no referee, because I made the referee invisible. It could be awkward if, you know, because you can actually bump into the ref and knock him down. So someone might just get knocked down by the air. And speaking of terrible people, Mr. McMahon, the 1999 Royal Rumble winner. Again, that's a bad Rumble. There goes Lex Luger. That's a bad Royal Rumble. 93 is not great, but 99 is really, really bad. Because it's Austin at number 1 and McMahon at number 2. And then neither of them are really in the ring for most of the match. Austin gets taken out without being eliminated and beaten up in the back, I think. And then McMahon just sits on commentary for about 40 minutes. It's not good. Then he wins. John Cena in now. So, the Rumble's taking place tonight. Cena's in it, believe it or not, because this will be the final year that Cena is an active wrestler. I mean, he's only a part-time. As he gets rid of Mr. McMahon, thank you for that, John. And number 14 is Randy Orton, another 2-time winner. 2009, which is a great Rumble, and 2017, which is not. Cena's wins were in 2008, which is probably one of the best surprise returns of all time, because he comes in at 30, and the crowd reaction just sells that completely. And he won it again in 2013, and that's not very, very good. Triple H coming in at 15. We are halfway through the Rumble already. I know we're like less than 10 minutes in, but the game clock is like set to double speed. There he goes, thank God. And Bret Hart's been thrown out on the other side. That's a shame. But Cena is in the Rumble tonight. They haven't announced all of the participants, but they've announced like the ones that I think have got the most chance of winning, unless a surprise comes in and wins it. And at number 16, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, The Undertaker, don't at me, who finally won in 2007. That's a great Rumble. That has an amazing final two of him and Shawn Michaels. They go at it for like 10 minutes. The final four are like him, Michaels, Edge and Orton. and that's a really, really good final four for the Rumble. Speaking of terrible people, Hulk Hogan at 17. Look, the Hogan character, fantastic. Hogan as a person has proven to be less than fantastic, and it's not even the recent political thing, because he did turn up on Raw recently and get booed out the building, and he's gone in about 5 seconds. Excellent. Couldn't have turned out any better. That couldn't have gone any better at all. Another 2-time winner, Brock Lesnar, 2003 and 2022. Again, a really, really bad Royal Rumble. That's the Rumble that got Shane McMahon fired, because he put it together. It was really terrible. It was also the Rumble where Shane McMahon himself was a surprise entry and came out one number too soon because they played his music and Orton was like, well, I'm not going out. At number 19 is another 2-time winner of Edge, and then it goes Yokozuna. Edge won it in 2010 and 2021. 2021, of course, was the pandemic Royal Rumble, which is unfortunate because a lot of cool stuff happens in that, like Christian returns and lasts a good time. Carlito comes back. The Hurricane comes back for an hilarious cameo. But because it's the pandemic, no one wants to relive it, and who can blame them, honestly? And 2010 is another really, really good Rumble. It's one I didn't really like at first. I thought Edge was going out there for a second. It's one I didn't really like at first, but looking back at it, it's really rather... Oh my god! That's why you have eliminations just over the top rope, because Brock Lesnar just suplexed Triple H, head over heels, and out of the ring. That was awesome. And at number 20 is Rey Mysterio, who won in 2006. I keep wanting to say 2006, but I'm not American, so I shouldn't say that. 2006. He did not look like the Flash that year. I have been rather lucky. I have been able to mostly have these guys come out looking like they did in the year they won their Rumbles in, or one of their Rumbles in the case of Lesnar and Edge. But Rey Mysterio did not look like the Flash when he won his one Rumble in 2006. Ric Flair is also in. He is the winner. Oh my god, Randy Orton now. So Evolution just exploded. He is the winner of one of the best Royal Rumbles of all time. Oh, Cena's out. I think Mysterio threw out Cena there. The 1992 Royal Rumble. Everyone goes back and forth on the best Royal Rumble of all time, and it's either 1992 or 2001 or possibly 2018, because that's also a blast. But 92 has Flair come in at number 3, last for an hour, win the thing, and win the WWE Championship, and I think you can't really top that. Although I think, personally, I do prefer 2001, but that's just me. Big John Studd then was the winner in 1989, and this was the era where the Rumble didn't really mean much. It was just a match, and there's that suplex again, and Ric Flair is dead. Holy crap. Yeah. In Studd's era, the Rumble didn't really mean anything. It was just a match for people to be like an exhibition match. It wasn't until 93 that it meant something, because that's when the winner got a title shot at WrestleMania. And the thing about Big John Studd is he wins his Rumble, he's not even at that WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar's just killing people with suplexes out the ring. Wow. 23 is Shinsuke Nakamura. Speaking of 2018, this is the guy that won it. And then went on to lose WrestleMania and hasn't really been a big star in WWE ever since. It's a shame, because Shinsuke Nakamura is awesome. I mean, if you've seen any of his Japanese work, he is absolutely awesome. His matches with AJ Styles in Japan were incredible. He's also about to kill Edge as well. No, he's not. 24 then, Roman Reigns. And this brings me to tonight's Rumble. Go throw out the Undertaker immediately now. Because Reigns is also in it. I think realistically it's one of 3 people winning. Cena, or Roman Reigns, or CM Punk. Oh, Brock Lesnar's out. At number 25 is Sheamus. Now, this should be, no offense to Sheamus, because I think he's great, but really, by all rights, this should have been Chris Jericho in this. Because it's amazing to think who hasn't won a Rumble as well as who has. Because Chris Jericho never won a Rumble. Kurt Angle never won a Royal Rumble. Kane never won a Royal Rumble, but he came damn close in 2001. And Sheamus won in 2012, and it should have been Chris Jericho. Oh, The Undertaker's out. Now Batista coming in here, another two-time Royal Rumble winner. Won in 2005 when they screwed up the finish, and he and John Cena go out simultaneously, and then Vince McMahon goes to the ring, is furious about this, blows out both his quads, and then they restart the match. Batista throws out Cena in less than a minute. It's a decent Royal Rumble from what I can remember of it. The 2014 Rumble is a train wreck because everyone believed that Daniel Bryan was winning it at 30, and then Rey Mysterio comes out at 30, and the crowd just boos the entire rest of the Rumble. It wasn't as bad as Roman Reigns' Rumble win in 2015, where they decided for some reason to get rid of Daniel Bryan, and someone just went out on the far side there. I didn't see who that was because I was talking about Daniel Bryan. As the 2019 winner Seth Rollins comes in. I need him and Roman Reigns to have a Shield reunion and just beat the crap out of each other. Please and thank you. Yeah, the crowd realises when Bryan gets eliminated that there's only one man winning that Rumble, because this was the peak era of let's shove Roman Reigns down everyone's throat. I mean, now we all love him. He had his complete reinvention as the Tribal Chief, and if he won the Rumble tonight, oh, Sheamus is out, that's a shame. Kind of wanted him to stick around long enough for one of the final entrants. But if Reigns won it tonight, I don't think that many people would be upset. Well, some people probably would, but you know, wrestling will always have people to get upset. There goes Batista. But I think Reigns is such a big star now that no one would really be that upset if he won. 2015, they were very upset that he won. As for who's going to be the winner of the Women's Rumble, I will confess I haven't been keeping up with wrestling that much in the past couple of years. Just personal circumstances, and also just not got that much time to watch it. As Nakamura goes out, one of my favourites comes in, Drew McIntyre. The 2020 Royal Rumble winner, that's a great Rumble. It starts with Brock Lesnar coming in, throwing out, you know, wrestler after wrestler, and then Drew comes in, claymores Lesnar completely over the top rope, and then the back half of that Rumble is also a lot of fun with AJ Styles. Edge makes a surprise return from injury after, you know, everyone assumed he was retired and could never wrestle again from his neck surgery. And number 30 is Alberto Del Rio, the winner of the only 40-person Royal Rumble they've ever done, and hopefully they never do that again because it was just far too long and baggy. Big frog splash to the back of John Studd there by Seth Rollins. So all these people will be the winner. All these 6 people will win this match. And there goes Drew. Now he stayed in, thank God. That's an awesome double team move. I have no idea if that's a modded move or if that's in the game. I think that might actually be in the game. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, my prediction for the Women's Rumble, unfortunately, I think it's one person. It's the returning Charlotte Flair. There is a chance, because they always put, you know, there are 30 people in Rumble, so there are people that are going to have like absolutely no chance of winning at all. But then there are people that, at least in the storyline, have a good chance of winning. I mean, Drew's in tonight's match, but I don't think he's going to win again. I'd love it if he did, but I don't think he will. I think he'll have a really good showing and then get thrown out. But realistically, I think it's either going to be Charlotte Flair or Io Sky, I think. Or possibly someone from NXT, or someone coming in as a surprise debut. Possibly. But I think realistically it will be either Charlotte Flair or Io Sky, and probably they'll go with the safe option. And there goes Roman Reigns. Oh damn it, I kind of wanted Drew and Roman to be the final two, and really at the end of the 2020 Royal Rumble. Also, there was no entrance music for this because I didn't want to get a copyright strike. Usually when I do these Rumbles, like privately, for myself, thank God that Del Rio's out. The final two are Asuka and Drew McIntyre. Honestly, wouldn't mind either of these two winning, they're both awesome. Asuka won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble in 2018. Also was part of the 2023 Rumble, got to the final 3, and that Rumble ends in a really amazing sequence where they're all in the apron. Asuka like spits poison mist into the face of I think it's Liv Morgan. Then she gets eliminated by Rhea Ripley, who you saw earlier. And then a blinded Morgan nearly eliminates Ripley, but then Ripley ultimately wins. It was a really clever sequence. Speaking of the mist, she just blew it into the face of Drew McIntyre. It was a really clever sequence. And then Drew just wins it anyway. And usually you'd be hearing Drew McIntyre's great theme music playing. But obviously, again, don't want to get a copyright strike. But I hope you enjoyed the video. This was just a little taster of what you can do in Fire Pro Wrestling World, particularly with Carlzilla's mod pack enabled. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that the Royal Rumble tonight is good. There's always a chance that it won't be, but I do love the Royal Rumble, so I really hope it's good. Thank you to listening to me rambling on for about 20 minutes, and I'll see you next time.